I am here to scare you straight!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times on The Office US where actors couldn't keep a straight face.
I want you to watch this. And I want you to burn this into your brains.
For this list, we'll be looking at instances in this sitcom that were so funny that even the actors couldn't keep it together. Sometimes this resulted in another take, but in many cases, the laughter made the final cut. Did you catch the cast breaking in any scenes? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Busting Dwight's Ball. In one of the show's most famous cold opens, Dwight trades his chair for a fitness orb.
It is a fitness orb, and it has completely changed my life.
This wouldn't be such a big deal if Dwight wasn't obnoxiously talking about the ball's benefits while bouncing around.
Strengthens your back, better performance in sports, more enjoyable sex.
You're not having sex.
Jim eventually loses his patience and bursts Dwight's bubble. Although they had rehearsed the scene almost 10 times, John Krasinski took a pair of scissors to the orb's seam when they shot it. Instead of slowly deflating as planned, Rainn Wilson immediately collapses. The rest of the cast wasn't prepared for Wilson to fall so quickly, resulting in audible background laughter. Although it was going to be a blooper, writer Larry Wilmore convinced Greg Daniel to use this take, which features Phyllis smiling as Dwight struggles on the floor. Number 9. Michael and Oscar kiss it out. Sometimes the cast rehearses a scene, and they still can't keep it together when the cameras roll. In other instances, an unscripted moment catches them off guard, sparking laughter across the office.
You know what? I'm going to raise the stakes.
I
want you to watch this.
Such was the case with Michael and Oscar's improvised kiss. After doing a few takes, Steve Carell decided to get even closer to Oscar Nunez, ultimately going in for the smooch. Thankfully, Carell and Nunez didn't break character, but those surrounding them struggled to stay composed.
I did it.
Jenna Fisher was sitting next to BJ Novak, who turned away to hide his laughter. Since Angela Martin wasn't the most progressive character at that point, it tracks that she would conceal her face.
You might want to watch this, Angela, because you can't catch anything. Here we go.
No.
In reality though, this was because Angela Kinsey couldn't stop laughing either. Number 8. Prison Mike. Menacing or hilarious? Actor Wayne Wilderson had a brief stay at Dunder Mifflin as ex-convict Martin. Although shows like Oz have painted a brutal portrait of prison life, Martin's stay was fairly laid back, arguably a step up from working in an office.
I would so rather be in prison.
Yeah.
Prison sounds great.
No, you would not.
To show his employees that jail time is no joke, Michael turns it into a joke with his stereotypical prison persona.
I'm Prison Mike!
After Carell dons his bandana, Krasinski tries covering his smile. Krasinski can also be spotted grinning with a few others when Michael mentions the worst part about prison, Dementors.
Was the Dementors. They were flying all over the place and they were scary, and then they come down and they suck the soul out of your body and it hurt!
Wilderson was on the verge of bursting as Prison Mike wrapped up. While only the back of his head is in the shot, Wilderson's cheeks noticeably begin to bulge as he tries to contain himself. Number 7. Pam laughing in labour. Although Pam and Jim plan on going to the hospital at midnight for the birth of their baby, Cecilia Marie Halpert has other plans.
I'm gonna be okay. We should really try to make it to midnight.
After some initial reluctance, Pam is convinced to leave the office with Michael clearing the way. There's so much happening in this panicked moment that it's easy to miss Jenna Fisher chuckling as Jim escorts her.
Everybody, it's go time. Action station. Stanley, man the phones. Meredith, please, got a bottle of water. Aaron, call an ambulance, please.
No. Ambulances are emergencies only.
To an extent, this works within the narrative, showing that Pam is truly excited and overjoyed to be a mum. Since she was freaking out just seconds before though, her smile does stand out as an obvious break. Apparently, the cast had trouble getting through a couple of scenes in this episode with a straight face, so it's not surprising that this smile snuck through.
Here we go, on our way.
Number 6. Hot dog fingers. When Dwight cracks down on healthcare, Jim and Pam retaliate with a classic prank.
So let's say that my teeth turn to liquid and then they drip down the back of my throat. What'd you call that?
I thought you said you were inventing diseases. That's spontaneous dentohydroplosion.
Nice.
Thank you.
Dwight Dwight is enraged when he's given a list of fake diseases.
All right, who did this? I'm not mad. I just want to know who did it so I can punish them.
Well, a couple of them are real. But Rainn Wilson improvised the line about hot dog fingers, which we're pretty sure aren't in any medical books. The ad-lib got a few cast members, most notably the office accountants. Angela breaks first, with Kevin following, while Oscar covers his mouth.
Hot dog fingers.
It might be out of character for Angela to laugh at a prank like this, but we appreciate that they kept the reaction in anyway. Also, did Everything Everywhere All at Once get the idea for hot dog fingers from Dwight? Wilson asked the same question on Twitter. Number 5, a bland birthday banner. What's worse than forgetting someone's birthday? Throwing together a half-assed party the day after with unflattering balloons that have barely been blown up.
Are you kidding?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Those aren't even the worst decoration that Dwight acquires for Kelly's party. That distinction goes to a banner that matter-of-factly reads, "It is your birthday."
What is that? It is your birthday, period.
Statement of fact.
Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski seemingly get through the scene with straight faces. Angela Kinsey was amazed that they had any usable footage, however. That's because Wilson and Krasinski were breaking out in laughter and tears over the decorations, especially the banner. A 20-minute breather was required for the actors to get it together. While the guys appear to stay in character for the final take, Kinsey claims that Wilson was about to break upon tossing a sad balloon.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings? Because if so, you are succeeding. Fortunately, my feelings regenerate at twice the speed of a normal man's.
Number 4, can't keep a secret. Jim immediately regrets confiding in Michael of all people about his feelings for Pam.
So, what's 411? Any updates on the pee situation?
This setup required Krasinski and Carell to shoot much of this episode together. This proved challenging for Krasinski, given Carell's tendency to crack him up. During a scene at the soda machine, Krasinski simply couldn't hold back his laughter.
No, it's okay, we're talking code.
What is?
Listen, Stan, how long does it take you for you to pick out a soda?
I'm gonna take off, actually.
The folks behind the camera thus resorted to clever editing, merging 2 shots to make it look like a run-of-the-mill interaction. According to Fisher, this is just one of the episode's scenes where Krasinski lost it. One of his more prominent breaks comes when Dwight approaches Jim and Michael at the office supply station. A smile creeps up on Jim's face as he busies himself, perhaps thinking about Michael's grape soda pun.
It's grape soda.
Number 3, Meredith's car, Meredith's rules. Women's Appreciation was another episode where Krasinski could barely contain himself. He turned especially red during one of Michael's rants, covering his mouth with his hand to hide the gaping grin.
As that was coming out of my mouth, I knew that it was wrong.
However, Fisher might have had an even harder time keeping it together in another scene. As Michael and the office ladies drive to the mall, Meredith downs a bag of potato chips while behind the wheel.
Meredith, slow down. We're not going to get there any faster if we're dead. Thanks, I know how to drive.
In the final episode, Pam looks at Meredith with a bemused expression. This wasn't Fisher's reaction during the shoot, however. Fisher was laughing so much that they wound up slicing in a different reaction shot of her in the van. In a show where the cast breaks this often, the editors are truly the unsung heroes.
Oh, yeah, you really shouldn't litter. My car, my rules.
Number 2, Michael's Plasma TV. Dinner Party is one of the show's most intense and uncomfortable outings, although the shoot was pretty laid back, since this was the first episode filmed after the Writers Guild strike.
Here's to good friends.
Cheers.
Cheers.
With the cast feeling looser than usual, they were more susceptible to breaking character. The result is one of the series' funniest blooper reels, a highlight being when Michael shows off his state-of-the-art $200 plasma TV.
I finally broke down and bought myself a plasma TV. Check it out.
This scene made Krasinski laugh at the table read, but nothing could prepare him for the shoot, where Carell shows off the pathetic TV with such pride. According to Krasinski, it took somewhere around 19 to 20 takes to execute this scene, because everyone was losing it. For Krasinski, it's hands down one of his favourite office memories.
Sometimes I will just stand here and watch television for hours. I love it. I love this TV.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Michael as Santa. Michael isn't pleased when Phyllis is permitted to be the office Santa.
Michael, we already have a Santa, Phyllis.
What the hell is going on?
Michael seizes the opportunity to one-up her by letting Kevin sit on his lap, which instantly backfires. As Kevin thinks about what he wants for Christmas, the rest of the cast tries to reel in their laughter. Despite writing the episode, Mindy Kaling had the biggest smile on her face.
What would you like for Christmas, little boy?
I don't know. I didn't know you were going to ask me that.
At one point while shooting, Ed Helms had to duck out of frame because he couldn't handle it. As for Krasinski, he was originally supposed to be in the scene to deliver a classic gym reaction. Krasinski isn't sure if he was on the floor laughing or if he had to leave. Either way, Krasinski couldn't keep a straight face for this uproarious moment.
Come on. What about if I tell you the things I don't want?
Okay, get off, get off.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.